There's a new me coming out, and I just have to live, and I wanna give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around I am gonna do it like you never knew it. Oh, I'll make it through. The time has come for me to break out of the shell. I have to shout that I am coming out.
Welcome to the show Never Too Late Ever, where we focus on making the next chapter of your life the very best chapter ever. I am your host, Lorraine Hoving, and I am thrilled you are joining us today. This day could change your life. Open your heart, your ears, and listen. Find a gem, a treasure that you can apply to your life today to make a difference tomorrow. And today, I am so excited to have back again, Eva Medilek. Hi, Eva. How are you doing?
Hey, Lorraine. Good to see you and hear you again. I'm so excited that I get to be with you again this week.
Yeah, I'd love to actually see you. When you said that, I thought,
yeah. I've been doing so many Zoom calls these days that it just automatically comes out.
I know. And in our last call, if some of the viewers listened to it last week, you talked about your love language being touch. And I'm a very touchy person too. And so being on Zoom all the time, it's like I get excited and I can hear the voice and sometimes I can see the person, but I miss the touch. Are you missing that too, Eva?
I am. Thank God I have my dog. I've been just hugging and squeezing her a lot. She's not completely happy with it, but I'm just like, I just need to squeeze something and hug it.
Oh my gosh, dogs are pure therapy, let me tell you. So let me tell you about Eva. Eva is a certified high performance coach and a relationship success coach. Last week, we talked about relationships. She has coached both men and women in the areas of personal development, leadership, and mastering habits for success. She uses her personal experiences along with her leadership, transformational, and high performance, which is what we're going to talk about today, training to teach you the pillars of high performance, as well as showing you how to communicate in a way that fosters influence and connection in your personal life and your career. You don't have to sacrifice your health, well-being, or your relationships in order to succeed to the next level. She believes that the power of your personal and professional relationship can be unlocked in a way that creates success and high performance mastery in every area of our life. So today you've entitled this, How High Performers Win Their Days. So I want you to explain to our audience today, what does it mean to be a high performer? What does that mean to you? Are you an athlete? A lot of people will think of an athlete.
I was going to ask you, what do you believe that it means? And you're absolutely right. People think of high performance as conditioning their body to perform these certain feats, or that you're like the head of a company and CEOs and all of that. And so I'm going to demystify it for you and bring it into everyday life. And basically, high performance coaching is a process, and it's a process that's created to help you reach that next level of not only potential, not only performance, but also results in your life, without isolating yourself, without sacrificing your health, your well-being, or your relationships in the process, and sustaining that. It really is creating sustainable results in your life while maintaining a healthy life full of positive emotions and relationships. So everything always goes back to relationships.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So what does it mean to be a high performer? So different than an average person. What exactly?
Okay, so as your coach, what I do is I work with you in this process through mastering five different areas that are the keys to reaching those amazing, extraordinary results in every area of your life. So I work with you around clarity.
Okay.
Which
so this is like your process.
Well, this is what it means to be a high performer, that you have some clarity, that you have focus and understanding, certainty and confidence to where you're at and where you're going. So you really are, in a way, structured. You're not just a bag flowing in the wind and whatever happens, happens. You have some clarity in what you want to create in your life. Whether it's, I know you and I are at that age where we live in places that we've always dreamed and desired to live with our guys, right?
Right.
My husband and I have our place in Germany, which unfortunately we won't be able to go to, but we also have that freedom to travel. We were very specific in how we designed our lives to be able to do that. Also the energy. Understanding how much energy you have each day and how to raise that level of energy so that you have the stamina that you need to achieve your goals and live a fully charged life, that you have mental stamina, that you're not mentally fatigued, but you have, mental stamina and physical energy to really live a fully charged life. And so it really goes back to your health as well. How are you feeling? How are you performing? How are you showing up? Are you bringing joy and vibrancy into your life?
Right.
We also work around productivity because, you want to be effective in your dreams and goals. I know when I first had my dream of living the summers in Europe, I had that dream, but I never took the time to formulate a plan to get it until I actually became a high performer.
Right.
And it's just like, I just hoped it would magically happen.
Yeah, it was like a wish. Yeah.
It was like a wish. So we create structure and productivity for that. And then we talk about courage. How do you gain more confidence and courage, not only in moments of crisis, which we all have been living through, but how we live each day in our lives? How do we stand up for ourselves? How do we stand up for others? How do we communicate our wants and needs? We had mentioned last week when we spoke about the different relationship styles. There are some styles that really don't stand up for themselves and really are only focused on pleasing other people while letting their needs go unmet. And how do you gain influence? The world's most influential people teach us how to think, challenge us. They role model the way for us. We also talked a little bit about role modeling last week when it came to your relationships and transformation. How are you being in life? And are people looking at you wanting to adopt your style? Mm-hmm. Like, look how she handles those difficult conversations. Look how she creates a safe space for people to share and feel welcome and open and safe. Like, how are you role modeling your life, and how are you challenging people to up-level their lives in the process?
Right. So would you say most people are underperforming? There's more in them that, like as I age, I just try to push myself just a little further, a little more. But are most people underperforming at this point? And if they are, to me, it sounds more like you've got to put in some structure, some habits. So tell us a little bit about those habits. If you believe people are underperforming, what do they need? What are some good habits to begin to put in their lives for the people out there in the audience that are kind of going la la, and they're in their comfortable zone and are not pushing themselves? How do they get to the point where they go, yeah, I'm going to begin to perform, or I don't even know if the word's that, but I'm going to begin to take on some new things. Instead of wishing, I'm going to begin writing down some goals. Or what habits do you see for success?
Well, you asked a lot of questions there, Lovely.
I did. I was even amazed at myself when I was going, okay, Lorraine, stop.
So let me answer them kind of in the order in which you presented them. And the first one is like, well, why are most people underperforming? Mm-hmm. And there are literally three big reasons that people face, and that's why it's so hard for them to reach that next level or achieve their goals. And it really is, we're facing things like fear fatigue, and frustration. And so fear, we have outcome fear, process fear, fear of change. I would say, especially when you're past a certain age, a lot of fear is like, what if it doesn't work out? What if I try it and it doesn't work? How different will my lifestyle be if I were to really put all of my effort and productivity and effectiveness into this? And there's also frustration because, we have our challenges and things come up to stop us. I know last week we talked about really being fully committed. When you're fully committed, you'll have that resilience to push through the challenges that may frustrate you along the way. And then there's another sabotaging problem that we face, and that's fatigue. We get burnt out, we get tired, and that's why being a high performer really works on your mental energy and physical stamina when you are creating these changes and these goals and these dreams in your life. Some people get tired and give up, and they don't want to push forward. So that's why, those are the three main reasons why people may be underperforming in their lives.
Yeah. And so three F words: fear, fatigue, and frustration.
Dropping some F-bombs here today. And so when you want to become a high performer, you really get a bit strategic. And so I say one of the main things that keeps me high performing is having a routine. The first thing is a morning routine, setting up a morning routine so that I can set my day up to win. So whether it's, get up the same time every day. And for me, I'm retired kind of from the profession that I was in before I really went into entrepreneurship. And I was telling someone the other day, I'm on my 4th midlife crisis, I think. Because I keep up-leveling and finding something else amazing that lights me up and that gives me passion that I want to do. But I set my day up to win. I don't sleep to whenever. I get up at the same time, and I have a routine that morning that infuses me with energy so that I show up 100% to whatever it is I'm doing, whether it's a conversation with my husband, a meal we're cooking together. I don't want him to get what's left over of me at the end of the day.
Right. So can I just ask you about your morning routine? Is it like mine is like a little bit of meditation? I journal a little bit. Is that kind of what you're talking about? Just setting your day and your attitude to push for success for that day and
I mean, everybody has a morning routine that gets them going, so it's different for people. But mine specifically is I get up between 5 and 6. My alarm goes off at 5.
Okay.
And then I think about it for a while, and then I finish off the dream, because I don't like to jump out of bed. I've never been one to want to jump out of bed. I like to really, think.
Right. You have to think
and I start my day off with a meditation, and then I exercise, and then I have hot lemon water with apple cider vinegar, and then get ready for my day. And so it's really just a simple process for me. I also plan out my day, and I plan out what I'm doing literally each hour of the day. And I also plan in what I call breaks. And this is the key to being a high performer, is breaks and transitions. And so I'll use the analogy of a race car that is, in a race and speeding around the track, whether it's the Indianapolis 500 or whatever. And you notice race cars always pull over for a pit stop before their tire blows, before, they run out of gas, before the engine, cracks or whatever. And they change the tires, and they set themselves up so that they can keep going at optimum speed and energy to finish the race. We don't do that enough for ourselves as human beings. We'll keep going. We'll work on a task for 2 to 3 hours without learning how to release and reset. So I schedule in a number of releases and resets. And what I mean by releasing energy, for example, even our conversation, we're showing up 100% to give to each other and to give to your audience. And